I can't even believe it. We see so many cases, right, Lisa? But this one just really, it's just a shot to the heart. Here's what we know. Ingrid Lyne, a very, very nice young woman, by all accounts. She's divorced. She's been divorced since 2014. She's the mother of 3 young daughters, ranging in age from 8 until 12. Well, guess what? She decides she's going to get back into the dating game. And she apparently meets this guy, 40-year-old John Charlton. I may have that age wrong, but it's John Charlton, just a few years difference from her in age. And by all accounts, if you look at him online, Lisa, he looks like a perfectly normal guy. We know looks don't mean everything in terms of appearance and what you might be capable of, but he's got big blue eyes. He's got dark hair. He seems interested in meeting someone. By all accounts, seems like a good guy. They are supposed to go to the season opener of the Seattle Mariners game. The last time anyone saw her, she was at the mailbox waving goodbye, and you know the rest.
Oh, an absolutely horrific story. And so, Pat, we know that her cell phone was found in her home, and her wallet, and her purse. So how do we put all this together?
Okay, well, that's the big mystery. So her husband comes back the next day. He's got the girls, and he's bringing them home, and he's the one who says, oh, my gosh, where is she? Why is her person's cell phone here? So he files a missing persons report. Her car, her SUV, is found a couple of miles from downtown. So you wonder, did they ever make it to the game? If in fact it was John Charlton who did this, did they ever make it to the game? Did they come back to his house? Did he take the car allegedly and bring it somewhere else to throw cops off the track, thinking maybe if someone stole it, they'd be on that person's tail?
Yeah, because
that
Pat,
part's still the mystery.
you're right, there has to be a ton of video at the Seattle Mariners game that people are scouring through, and they're going to find out if she was there or not, right?
Well, Lisa, let me just say also that, yes, and there's no word yet on whether they ever made it to that game, but there is surveillance footage. Apparently, we haven't seen it yet, but some neighbors in the cul-de-sac where she's lived for quite a while say they have surveillance cameras, and we can only pray that there's something definitive for prosecutors on those videos, if in fact they do come about.
Absolutely. Well, joining us on the phone is Jim Clemente, retired FBI profiler. So, Jim, these details are so absolutely disgusting, but bits of human flesh were found in her tub and a saw nearby. So this is an absolutely gory, horrific kind of crime. Put this together for us.
Well, I believe, yes, this is a very gruesome crime scene. To find this particular body disposal method is very gruesome. But I think it may have been a less gruesome crime, and this was just how he chose to get rid of the body, make it more disposable. Sorry for being so graphic, but by cutting it up in pieces, it actually makes the body more disposable. It's easier for somebody to cart that around town, dump pieces in different garbage bins and recycling bins.
But Jim, doesn't this show a high level of premeditation? Because you have to have a saw, you have to have bleach, you have to have, I mean, tarps and plastic sheeting, all kinds of stuff to commit a murder like this. You have to think it out in advance.
And that's what the people who actually investigated the crime scene are going to determine, whether he was organized and brought that stuff with him, or whether he was disorganized and impulsive, killed her, and then found things around the house that he could use to do this. So I think those two details will tell us whether or not it's premeditated or impulsive, last-minute decision when things got out of hand. It reminds me a lot, by the way, of on the East Coast, the Long Island skeletal remain cases out by the ocean. I mean, there's a serial murderer who's killing people and dumping their bodies there long enough for them to actually completely decompose. This has been going on for a long time on the East Coast.